As part of our MA English second semester's linguistic paper, we'll today be discussing this term that is known as semantic change. Semantic change is also known as semantic evolution, semantic drift, or semantic progression, and this refers to the constant evolution of language wherein lexical items or words evolve their meanings are changed, their meanings are modified, transformed. New words are added to the vocabulary of a particular language. These new words can be added as borrowings from other languages. New words are created, new words are compounded words are like through various ways words are created in a particular language. Similarly, many words are also being discarded, their meanings also changed completely from the way they were being used earlier. So there are examples on your screen. For example, there is this word were, which now has a particular meaning, but earlier in old English it meant a man. Then there are words like low, verily, egad. The usage of these words suggests that the writings have been picked up from a particular era in history. So new words are also added and erased. Now connotations are added and erased. Connotations are added. Connotations are modified, and also some of these connotations are also erased from language and from how speakers of a particular language understand the meanings of individual lexical items. So we need to understand that this transformation of meaning, this change in meaning of a particular lexical item may happen on both conceptual and associative levels. We have earlier talked about the conceptual and associative meanings, that is denotative and connotative meaning, so we won't be going into that. But we need to understand that this evolution of meaning, this evolution or transformation or modification of the meaning of a particular lexical item may happen on multiple levels, including the conceptual and associative levels. So what are the motivations for this semantic change? Why is it that lexical items or words change their meanings over time? So there are certain psychological triggers uh, because of which words change their meaning. There are semantic changes occurring over time, and there are psychological triggers associated with it. Um, there are linguistic forces always at play. So dialects and languages come in contact with each other, and through this contact between dialects, between two dialects, between a dialect and a language, and between two languages or among multiple languages, this constant contact kind of compels these languages to adapt and appropriate words or meanings, semantic associations present in each other into themselves. There are sociological forces also at play, which relate to the understanding of human beings of a particular word, and the changes in the worldview or the changes in society also compel the language to transform accordingly. Cultural reappropriation also happens at linguistic level, and there are linguistic reclamations. For example, Negro, that there is this word queer, there is this word uh, weird, unnatural. What happens is that as history moves forward, as societies and cultures move forward, there are certain times when words which earlier used to be uh, used in a denigrating manner are reclaimed by these marginal groups and are then associated with their pride, are used by their own selves, by themselves, in a way that defies the earlier associations of these words in derogatory manners. So for example, the word negro, there is this word queer. The LGBTQI community has now reclaimed the word queer, and now they proudly, something that they uh, something, a word like queer that was earlier used as a word of abuse for this LGBTQI community is now uh, proudly used by them, and is emblematic of their identity. There are ways through which these words transform. There are ways through which semantic evolution takes place, through which semantic change takes place. One is called the broadening of meaning. Now, as the term itself suggests, that broadening of meaning refers to to this procedure through which a word, the meaning of a particular lexical item broadens, and now this particular lexical item starts to mean something more general. So, for example, there is this word dog. Now, the word dog earlier referred to a particular breed of dog only. A particular breed of dog only was known as dog in Old English. However, later on, dog started to mean this particular species. So, from a particular, the word dog has traveled from meaning a particular species of dog to dogs in general. Development of a more complex set of meaning also occurs at in this way, and there are multiple examples. For example, holiday. What is holiday? Holiday now means any day which on which people are meant to take people are allowed to take a day off or to not work, the days which are not meant for working, for going to the office and all, that is now known as holiday. But earlier the word holy day only referred to the ways to the days on which there was some Christian feast. So the word has expanded its meaning from particular to general. Now, there is another way through which semantic change happens, and that is known as the narrowing of meaning, in which the meanings associated with particular lexical items are narrowed down and they start suggesting something more particular than something general. So, what is happening here? Deletions of many, when there are generalities associated with the lexical items, many of those generalities are deleted, are erased, and now the word only suggests a particular sense, a particular meaning. And through this, the simplification, the meanings are simplified. So what is happening here is from general to particular. In narrowed, when meaning of a particular lexical item is narrowed down, some meanings associated with it are deleted, so that it means only a particular thing, or a particular it only has a particular conceptual or associative meaning. Similarly, we have some examples here. The word hound, earlier meant the breed, any breed of dog. So dogs in general were referred to as hounds. Meat suggested any food, be it vegetarian or non-vegetarian. Wife meant woman. But now we know that these words suggest only very specific items. They refer to specific objects. For example, hound is a specific species of dog. Meat is a specific kind of food which is non-vegetarian in nature. Then there is this word wife, which refers to the female spouse of a man. So these words have